Hi, my name is Bekah. Welcome to my video series, Everyday English, Every Day. Today, we're talking about the idea of not being ashamed when learning something new. So don't be ashamed. Remember, making mistakes is part of the learning process. We're gonna listen to a conversation I had with some learners from one of my small groups. We're gonna talk about changing your mindset. We need to have a growth mindset, and our mantra should be, mistakes help me grow and learn. For a little more, we're going to talk about Vagaru Style, this online English learning platform, and I'm going to tell you what Vagaru means. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and give my video a like. Thanks. All right, so this is a conversation I had in one of my small groups. One of the learners is talking about a changing point for her, how she really was able to overcome her fear of making mistakes so that she could improve her English and be more comfortable and confident using English. So during the conversation, I want you to pick out the following phrases. Let's practice them together. Repeat after me. Seem good. Learn from my mistakes. Changing point. Last week. Every webinar. Something is worth doing. Useful advice. Punished for mistakes in school. Okay, let's listen to the conversation together. Remember, after you hear these phrases, you can pause the video and repeat them again. Repetition is super important.
For me, all seem very good, but I think that I should. I would like to add one. We should stop ashamed of our mistake, because it was the biggest problem.
Feeling ashamed of mistakes. So the idea of I learn from my mistakes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what was the changing point for you?
For me, I start to learn a lot of motivation books. And I found Vagaru, and I watch a lot of different Agi's movie. She motivated people very well. Motivates.
Oh, wasn't that beautiful?
Yeah. They are very good people, Agi and Camille. Last week I watched every I don't know how to say, every webinars.
Webinars, the 4 that they had. So tell us about those. Were they good?
It's worth to see, I think. It's worth to watch. Yeah, very good. Yeah, very good.
It's worth watching. I feel like we always use with worth. We always use the gerund. It's worth watching. It's worth watching.
Yes, it's about motivate, about mistake, about how we should to regenerate, how we should to prepare before learning, and etc. A lot of very useful advice. Very useful advice.
Good. So have Ava watch those with Hannah too. Hania, right? That would be a good thing to have her look
about
into
mistakes also. Why we ashamed? Why we afraid of mistakes? Because of our education system. We are punished for our mistakes in school. It's not easy to change our mind, I think.
Right. Totally.
I've got a question.
Okay, so she talks about how she got some useful advice from people. Now, remember, advice is kind of like a recommendation or a tip. It's always singular. We never use it in the plural form, okay? So it was very useful advice. Now, she also talks about, in the past, she's been punished for mistakes in school. So these students are from Poland, and a lot of people have told me that in school, when they were young, their mistakes were always really pointed out, and it gave them a barrier. It made them not want to speak English. So, it's normal to be scared or afraid because you don't want to make mistakes, especially if that's what happened in the past. So now we're changing our mindset and realizing mistakes are part of life. I mean, I make mistakes in English all the time. I'm a native English speaker. I make grammar mistakes. It happens. It's normal. All right, so let's look at some more of these phrases together. She says, for me, they all seem good. We're looking at the list of positive affirmations. She likes them all, right? Seem is like to appear, or they all appear good, they all sound good. She seems happy. She's smiling. Now, we talk about being ashamed. We should stop feeling ashamed of mistakes. This was my biggest problem, right? So ashamed is a feeling. Now, we can also feel shame. The victims feel shame. They are ashamed. Now, she talks about motivational books that really helped her. It was like a changing point for her, right? What was the changing point for you? I started to read a lot of motivational books. They helped her change her mindset. I watched a lot of different movies, Aggie's movies. Aggie is one of the founders of Vagaru, so she helps people in language learning. She motivates people well. She does a good job motivating people. And Monica says, she motivated me. Her movies helped change my mindset. I watched every one of their webinars last week. I watched all of their webinars. We can say every one of or all of. Now, we also talk about using the word worth with a verb with an ing at the end, a gerund. So we can say, it is worth watching, right? If you have the time, well, you should take the time because it's worth it. It's a good idea. It's a good use of your time. When something's worth it, you used your time wisely. It is worth making English part of your everyday life. When you do that, you will see improvements because you're using it every day. Now, we can also use worth with a noun or a noun phrase. Practicing at Vagaru is worth your time. Okay, so Vagaru is an awesome online platform. I'm going to put the links in the description so you can go check it out. We have a 14-day trial that's free, so you get to, experience the platform and check it out for yourself. Now, Vagaru is super cool, all right, and I want to share with you where the name came from. Vagaru is a community of people who want to speak English fluently, just like you. Vagaru is not only a paradise island for English learning, but is also a real paradise island found in the Maldives. I say Maldives, I don't know if I say it correctly. So Aggie and Camille, the owners of Vagaru, chose this name because it's the ideal place for learning. And because the word Vagaru is related to the Polish word Vagary, I don't speak Polish, I don't know how to say it, which means truancy. So truancy is the idea of staying away from school without reason, absenteeism, right? So if you're truant, you're supposed to be in school, but you don't go. Now, they chose this name because they have a completely different attitude to learning compared to the traditional school method. Here at Vagaru, we like to focus on the Latin word vagare, which means to wander, because wandering and exploring the world around you is better than sitting at a school desk. So it's the idea of really connecting and making English part of your everyday life. Now, if you like my videos, give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I have new videos coming out on Mondays and Wednesdays. Comment below, ask me questions, send me an email if you have any questions. Check out Vagaru, it's awesome. I do webinars there and also create a good amount of the weekly content. So I would love to see you in our program. I hope to see you soon. Keep up the great work. Let me know if I can help you. Bye-bye.